We must begin to build immediately our own continental common market.
Hawaii you and the no my Ghana the on the eve of the Independence Day ha inti enomra asani ababi ti de akokan wo European African Union shemu ase no.
That new African is ready to fight his own battle and show that after all the black man is capable of managing the whole affairs.
And my last warning to you is that you all should stand firm behind us so that we can prove to the world that when the African is given a chance, he can show to the world that he's somebody. We are waiting. We shall no more go back to sleep anymore. We are going to demonstrate to the world, to the other nations, young as we are, that we are prepared to lay our own foundation. As I said in the assembly just minutes ago, I made it point that we are going to see that we create our own African personality and identity. It's the only way in which we can show the world that we are ready for our own battle. But today, may I call upon you all that at this great day, let us all remember that nothing in the world can be done unless it has the purported support of God. We have done the battle, and we again rededicate ourselves not only in the struggle to emancipate other territories in Africa. Our independence is meaningless unless it is linked up with the total liberation of the African continent. And here, I will ask the band to play the Ghana national anthem. Freedom! Freedom! Freedom!
Did you like or hate what you heard? Welcome to Candid Africa, truthful and unapologetic.
There is a new African in the world.
Fahudi on the eve of the independence. Some Kaye says, Sebibini Umano Kwaya. Onwa betimi atotore niema ya ohia boafobia. The black man is given a chance. He's able to do his own work. Osaka view said the black man is capable of managing his own affairs. And so free Ghana. Now to kwanko ebibremu may be a so now body so free Ghana. Idi omkans oh Kwame Nkrumah Ghana. Dear Africa be bia bekubia. Just go to Togo, Benin, Kenya, Uganda. Ufre you say I'm coming from Ghana. Oh Kwame Nkrumah Ghana. Why? Because aniswani wana Kwame Nkrumah war. Emma ebibi mind no. The struggle for independence, Fahudi or Prema Ghana, no, was it was meaningless until it was linked with the total liberation of Africa. As Africa, nya Fahudi, na ya kaya hubum. Eti okuma Ghana, no, na Guinea, other African countries, no, or Kwame se almost bedi omoho, nebi mai yetimi aka ye hon abomunti. BBC for a year post ubsaman for the year 2000. Say Africa ha. Yepe onipatitiw pa obi ebetimi akai no kase pe obi a wadi maninsam ewo ebimemu pa won hwan omoye hwemu no wieye no na Kwame Nkrumah na wadi kai. He was streets of miles ahead, followed by Nelson Mandela. Mandela otosumi no wa me Kwame Nkrumah ho babia e tese ebimen nyina agi ne tum se wo vision woni swade hunu bia se ebimen nyina som ene de ye adwuma betumpom yentie Kwame Nkrumah semokoka wo UN African Union General Assembly OAU Sabrina Fan Organization of African Unity ene aye na African Union Kwame Nkrumah koka se e wo se bi man kan hobom ye diska baako nenya common market adwade nyina so den e baako nti ke wo currency baako a ufri Ghana eko Ivory Coast akofa de ma uhia CFA oko Nigeria uhia naira that is a bia no ye di ehodwa Kwame Nkrumah said that in 1960 how many years now 65 years now na Kwame Nkrumah ka asasem no say bi mai this ye hia enkabomu a ye benya a single currency and a common market yenti Kwame Nkrumah UN General Assembly in 1960 na ni so ade hu vision or the koto dwa sabre no
we must begin to build immediately our own continental common market. For it is easy for anyone who studies the common market organization closely to realize that the common market is aimed at harnessing the African countries to satisfy the profit loss of the imperialist bloc and to prevent us from following an independent neutralist policy. It is easy to see that the imperialists and the colonialists are determined to retain the African countries in the position of suppliers of cheap raw materials. If we do not resist this threat, and if we throw in our lot with the common market, we shall doom the economy of Africa to a state of perpetual subjection to the economy of Western Europe. This will, of course, we must begin to build immediately our own continental common market.
We any somewhere osajifo da Kwame Nkrumah ko kai wo bi man kamunku oyin shemu ase afi apim hankron edusia. Was we must begin to build a common market. Eno na betimi aka ya bomu. Se Ghana adeba na ye koko. Yefa koko no enkoma Uganda for. Na se Uganda for yem process koko no. Yemfanye chocolate, yemfanye Milo, yemfanye chocolim. Na yenkoton ma Uganda for. Na de Uganda for no nso yemfa mreye na yento. Efi se broni na obedi Africa so. Kwame Nkrumah na eka o. Na adwene se ya bibi mai de yento aso anye ye de ye the raw materials e de beba. Si obibi koton no wiase a broni adwene se yento raw materials nko a. Yeton raw materials na no de aye finished products no no matter na boden yentimi ntwa omu yusu na dada na ye fosu a no de abrayen ti ansase ani ehudwa se de memo Ghana me koton Nigeria de Nigeria wo o process no beto ama me de Egypt wo de ba Benin na de Ivory Coast wo ono so de ko Nigeria ene e beto so na raw materials itwatimma ni ate cocoa na yate cashew na ya to gold ni asesa raw materials na kwa akomom yenye yeda Kwame Nkrumah ka sa asem we 1960 65 years now asema Kwame Nkrumah kan no e no kra na asanye no kre at now e bepem de me da so ante ase se Ghana yeti cocoa a ni ya she cocoa bag ma ni yakoton no abrochire so ya the value chain cocoa said ye ton nyamfa so firi mu a efi bra ya tie kopim si ye de be ye drinks ye de be ye chocolate ni ade no a sika free cocoa ebu ba no ebro 100 billion tenie pa o more than 100 billion Ghana na Ivory Coast a ye na ti cocoa pa no ye chefa ewo mu no enru $10 billion 100 billion dollars no ye nyamu $10 billion because ye the raw cocoa beans na eko raw cocoa no an ye de ko to di kwana broni ni process a de ode be ye no eno na ho na ne board because manufacturing no ho na sika nyina ya dey eko finished products no eno na sika wo mu eti de Kwame Nkrumah kan na ye de ye adwaso ke Ghana ye ti cocoa ye mfa raw cocoa beans nkoton ye si factory so Ghana ha ye de bi be ye drinks ye de bi be ye chocolate ye de bi be ye enku ya ye sra ene niema pia You add value to it. Ubema obi anya adwuma ye. Ubenya industries bebre organ ha umetua tax mu do dia ma ban. Asema Kwame Nkrumah kan na ntisisi no. Ghana yamfa anya adwuma. Etiera so a the raw materials so say abrofo mpa ye omo bo ne say de bia ye supply raw materials no. It so supply raw materials. Na no Ghana ni age say ni European Union akoye apam say afa de omo age atum say ye nya nkrata a kire say enua ye twa team afri Ghana na ye de kwa a ebedi adanse say source no free ha ya ma license say for odi abeton enya niwu see that's why export team enua ye twa team ano na ya paapai 3x 2x4 2x6 hwan na ye de ko busa woni ote abrochire so okoto akonya di dua ya na ne bot sen konya di dua aye wa abrochire udo wo bi abrochire afre no busa sa di akonya di dua ye no ne bot sen untumi nto say dada ye force di a na brofo na pia bre ha basaw abrochire pa dua ade di dua ye very expensive tiye wa technology ni ye sa ade no a kadwuma ebebu ha koko adwuma mbebu ha kasi ebema adwuma bu ha ene gold we see abaga fe na Ghana ye see refinery na gold no yetimi anane de aye eniema until then ye gold edi ko nyina no ye export gold no sa de ko ye the gold no kwabroche ne ekoye gold chain and as a gold watch bar bisa se kewdi betimi atobia when near a hosem a wose adwene ho say the Kwame Nkrumah who can be 65 years ago no yentimi afa anya adwuma Broni ba Berlin conference anomde Africa so ho enom si Africa koso yetwitwa mu say Britain for momfa Ghana na monkofa Nigeria nka ho na France for momfa Ivory Coast mo abefa Togo no mafa Benin aka ho na Belgium monso monkofa Uganda France Rwanda also so we kofa ha no mo che Africa fa ye ene si anya fa ho di ko sa line na Broni twitwa ase Ghana mo hye kopem ha Togo mo hye kopem ha no ye da so ade Broni la na ye adwuma se Ghana ni ko Ivory Coast a ene mo be fam wo boda nyagro Ghana ni ko Togo a Ghana ni ko Nigeria de wo be fam nyagro ba ono Broni na wo be si Africa koso chiche mu che ha mo hye kopem ha no ko Europe ko he na wo yi barrier ni nyina afri ho you bought a train from Spain but from Portugal France you maybe abeso kubi a akọ una musa endi benefo a wabi memu ya bebre na akwabrochira kosua de ti enokra na emia no omo kwabrochira kosua de so far to hwem penifo a wo Ghana almost all of them akabro school abrochire bebre akosku abrochira sa no be president vice president minister most of them were educated abroad but the omo hu no nya no mba ha mo ye Broni na come ho boma Europe o mayi all barriers ama na di iska ba ko Euro and na unya visa Schengen visa utimi travel across all the 27 countries here Europe no so unya visa ko France Schengen visa no betimi akọ Germany betimi akọ France betimi akọ Spain betimi akọ Portugal bia this all person ye adwuma and also unya nkrata bi wo man na wakomu no because bia all the visa no ko see France so you Germany there you never be able go through before say on be makwa mu aye adwuma ho ba say we tu kwa akọ sa countries na koto bibia kwa bibi there you move freely through Europe 27 countries Africa there ebi ni ha edi Kwame Nkrumah there o kan ye no say the black man is capable of managing your own affairs on na nka obetima aye ene etu nugu ya na say no ye con man so no odwa na num keke ebi che say as 1966 na 1962 Kwame Nkrumah ba gu ye no na Kwame Nkrumah dwa nanumu a magana sika nyina wahye odibi akoma malifo de ginifo ama afi de Ghana kra de ka edide no o ka na odwa nanum keke na nya de obetimi aye 2 no side dictator say ebra UP4 ekofa no baaye na ono no otin ho kote CPP no afi de o ko parliament ene me ye mra say Ghana ye one party state eti na CPP nkwa ne party o man mo say ko Uganda saad ye na bi na ya we no Museveni declare Uganda say a one party state it will be anti party e Uganda ye to aba so ba ono ni party num na wa be card say your party ba na wa challenge one president na party no odi animo no it o ya enye yi so go Rwanda Paul Kagame so be di ade no wa bro position fo nyina ase ama so wuntumi challenge no tunu menye yi enti dictatorship no to be ana kwabi so ya na senye because you remember dictators we dictator there but oyenye pa e momandi Gaddafi be ye soja mampani Libya America kan wasem ene mo ye na nya agro kra because Rwanda Paul Kagame we dictator wo ye hwe obame ya chwatum ba waya momani ye bebe also we dictator so nkoyi kokko hwe de Uganda hwe Museveni onya buru 80 years so so because onya and how do we balance the two na ka e wo se ma Kwame Nkrumah ye de opeso ye na ya ma na anye ne tu no gu ye ma ni nyina seye ana se de be bia no ode Ghana e kro no na nka entimi emoa fadwen chireba 0551599933 so WhatsApp message brepam no ebenya bre na akenkan enso e de ma na bibi babo atebe fia on de Kwame Nkrumah asem de wase o meye anye ye nyina efanwa efiri Kwame Nkrumah ene baby o meye dre we are grappling with protecting our water bodies yensu intimo yensu ho ban amen NPP force na ye ni NDC force moboa ye ni aba ni but the evidence is there in law. Yes, res ipsa loquitur chere say the thing speaks for itself adebo ado ani hu a eno aka sem no ma unhia any evidence kra bio se wo ahwe nsuo no ne nsase no a Imanoma Kofi Bua me show you video no mame minister for lands na no no adi animu so akwa say the yensuo no just look at the video on your screen baby ono minister na atishim so no ekọ no akọ bi ko hasase ni nsuo pa de aye ya minister no aye man life jacket no omo nsuo no so na omo nam so kwa nam nsuo no so masa na hwe nsuo no a uye tin kra nye tin mempi sei tin pampa kra onye mempi look at the water hwe de nsuo na ye it has to take a minister so on na ekwa fight the minister no betima yes adwuma we uye nsubonte e wo Ghana he said the turbidity level of all water bodies is so na say must say Ghana Water Company for certain most of their water plants o my see anya fa hodi ba 68 years now here baby a minister na ma baby o manam wow here Kessben Plus TV so no and wow Facebook so just look at baby a minister na ma o ka say yetie some o kokwai
the stern warning to the legal miners.
Way minister the onwa activity it will minister free on kwa why na ho no he see monsuo no ban so enra ne demonstration koso won kran ye nya agro kra last week to him say UTAC for omani abre sara so na Calibisho conference coalition against galamsey na so any abre as the basic problems was say minor itimi si ano we nyina ya adwuma sem the entire ni abra ya kasa we nyina no e adwuma sem se alternative jobs e ma mebru no se de kan se koko ayete koton no do so pa after so many years the admin process koko no na da bia the raw koko no ana ekọ because koko do wa de kro no se factories Ghana ha na koko ye de ma bebre ye de nku ye de drink ye de so many things. We have industries a process we nyina anka bia kamaburu no yes stop galamsey no mo bibi o mokoye dia de etibidi dia ye no abusiafo obi anim dia so mfaso ade bia ye ne wiase bia studio ha eti enua ye boda so enua wakonwa wote so ofie office odwumam dining bibia ye enua but ye twa ye enua na ye twa 2x4 2x6 one ye de akoma aborofo no na omudi aye tables chairs enema papa sa enema na baga na wontumi nto it is a me pe wardrobe ato me pa konwa ato officer this is me kokuma ase shop me pese me bo shop bi edin me wura ho no wardrobe ni konwa ne table si ho no ye de sawdust na aye ye de sawdust ene ye de chemical fry ne de foam maker afa ho o do se me boa so what aje ewura shop se wo kumase adum ewura shop se ye wo enkran se wo pe wardrobe ato wo pe dining table ato wo pe wi ato na ko type of tables na wardrobe se wo ho ni nyira ye So that's the four maker edredra ho and the screws are boom. The screw no boss so that's no when I say to crew to and I say this all touching it. Yeah, papa no. Your papa no kwa butcher, or maybe yes, I name a pie and Timmy talk. This only so that's the year, and only a brand new bit me at all, and yes, a bit me at all. Can you imagine that? Would you say? It's a banana so send ne, you see a kai Kwame Nkrumah and Ryan the birthday. Now ye kai semoa, near my wire. But before me, we ain't trusting near you know. So, what did Kwame Nkrumah stand for? No, you're home at deing. Would you home say be mine? It was why the raw materials come up bring the bruni perono. So, what the raw materials say breme? Now, all the bremias, kaka on the amadium the hour hono. So, all primary products are who they say what the boom. So called World Trade Organization, and Mra Mayeno, who are the cocoa raw, would the timber raw, would the bauxite raw, would the gold raw ebano. What the bar marketer, or man a chair boy and fanye, Tiafibia say I buy so better cocoa moa, or change world market price. As I don't know boa, what the Maku for last year campaign time, and this year by say na a boa cocoa bonnet. I was saying, I buy MPP, I buy, or talk cocoa by 6,000 and 6,500 for some. And this year buy power, I'm saying, baby. Sabreno, now what market price, baby, a dano. And on Nanka was saying, MPP for Tonosa. She say, a swat in Timin Tonosa, many. And that's a woman at the end of the ano. You're not sure why did you? Somebody determine the price of your product. Cabricheco is a Bronia Lamborghini, where BMW, where Rolls Royce. Who na bit back catch say dollar I say nti aden boswate. Who dare you? How dare you? Who pon dog? Ono broni e finished product on dey determine the car wa bo ho. No de bo ato so. Upa to, upa mento. Ba wo de ne raw material nti no. Cocoa no de kono so on time be pro Ghana cocoa enim di. Enti fanya hwe. Timba no ye de kono man tie enti fanya hwe. By your industries and yet me process ya products papa and yet tongue ye be ko Africa na countries na kabroni baba be pa ye chokra se ma ibinto ye penny for no hwene sa niema we o. They don't think about this thing. They think about how to give out contract and take their cut. What is say your contract say ya ne cut e wo mu ne hia no nya say o kwan wo dwene ho say me be you kwa ma be stadium mountain dabi. The cut that he's going to get is what he's thinking about. And yet the ordinary so me process product no. I'm a babru no nam kumasi dum pizza table bun table no when you jumaye. That's all he's thinking about. But take on no more ya. Kabema o man near my day. Etimi asesa. And what to the wise? Brunis is enough. We also say it's in the north. We have to go to the north and take it. Come on, sit down, kwa kidu okay? Akwa
yeah.
Now here.
Me pa na so.
Nyame dia che.
Nyame ase.
I want say holidays. Yeah, the holiday ni.
Yeah, ni holiday. Yeah, ni holiday. So holiday na manfo no go fia mbeti yin nti. Yeah, be som. So they die yin nti na adwada odofo no de adom yin na eno na Kwame Nkrumah birthday.
Yeah.
Na mpany for dia ba be hye ne se waka dodo na kakra bi na me de ebe soso. Eno Kwame Nkrumah birthday krona na Ghana 40 manfo bi ekoshi police station wo kurantumi.
Yeah, ebeba ho. Ebeba ho. Ya be di ho
so. Birthday krona. Ya de kai di osagefo eje Ghana si ho no.
Yeah.
Ena manfo koye tutrasam. Menka ho asem ye fa no nto. Na yemra o my Ghana. Ya Ghana uhwe wiase nyinada. Wiase nyina o. Enye African ko. Ewiase nyinada. Baby o kwesi kokko eto no sikampo ano Ghana. Na chese ye de nka ye disika tomprada. Ye disika mfesika nyahwe. Ba enne Ghana no edwudwa asei atete emenei Ghana sebio onhu na sinu kra. Aye bibia ewo honom. Na woka enema Kwame Nkrumah ede etudwa ya na esi ni triso anase ewo ne trim vision na owo se opesenka Ghana ene Africa nyina enka mum na yentimi eniye enka bom you can't kabum because ene omo no musi Tower of Babel no Nyankopon kura hu so omo kabum a na omusia womo ekun ebeyedin. And I think based on that ideology and principle ena senka Africa nyina yenka mum na yendi sika baako yenye industries na afe yenye security ni nyina enka mum na yemwa. But one thing with the black man madadwene hoa mentiase sebi menkumenya na menkumedi enti ene emboye nyina. That is the issue. Ko hwe niema otwede amponyankopon eboye edigu Africa asase so a ewosenka wiase na som yen nye na ewosenka sabio ye kwa sresre ewa man sabio wamo enni hwe ba yemmum ene kwa asase ni nyina ne se obia epese onya ne ho na yedie na ohwe sede ye ka Kwame Nkrumah nsem a ensama hodo bebre ena ode atudwa na ebi ene senka yenye United States of Africa sede United States of America ewo no ma state bia de ne ho de then some kabom kese to hwe America na senka America for etiti wo mumu ene Pennsylvania for ene wo Washington DC for ene wo mo akeka ni nyina na nkomate wo ho a nka America be one of the powerhouses ewo wiase ana. That's the big question. But omu say yankeka sa states ni nyina over 50 states yankeka mumu na yanye baako na sabio ya maye ne man ko be wo state bia wo hode yentimi enya tumi a ewo no enei se Trump no mokura kasa na bibia akwakotodin. That was the power Africa or Kwame Nkrumah had wanted Africa to get. Power nanka globally ebetimi aboayen ema yakọ yanim. That is one thing. Can also be boa masabio yenya economic independence because you be diska baako. Yenyina isika ye baako. Nei na kenyina diska baako a. Ne yenyina market ye baako. Yenyina resources ye keka bom enka wiase ebeba ke bia nka nenka Africa sika na ye bodin se dollar anase ebia euro ya ene agent ha ewo hai uko European Union na wo se America for kabom no ina Europe for so see da bi yenso en kabom no euro aba ene se euro no ekononim tinkebetimi ama yenya economic independence wo hwe raw materials wo wiase bia bi wo hanom se ya keka se ye ne ye industrialization aba be shemu a kebeko yanim but ekosi sen ene ba ne sen enei se de na wo ka no ye pagya ade na ye tufri form ani apagya ne sa ne de kwa kosi kokko ho na kosi kokko adane ani na wono abekiro se me ena maye ade no amano ayefe enti de jebo sei ba wo de ne de obeka kyo se wo we de sese bio ye nye ne hwe enti metua wo kase enti in a way eno kabema yenya sa fa hodie no Kwame Nkrumah NC Kwame Nkrumah University of Science and Technology meboa ena oye na dwene se yema technology emwa na yenko enim oyma primary school education free na oboa senka yemwa ma science and technology emwa na yentime emilde ye nation no ke wanim defo a sabio wom ewo nimde ewo ene abode nyansapemu na omo nimde ne sede ye dada niamani ekoyenim enei ekokosi sen mfie ahodo bebre ya Ghana ene Africa atenase ebesinde enei continent nso aye bibia ohonum insecurity ena afaye man st ti oman bi amampani bia ba na se party bia ba na obepre ni die no kwa ne yedie no de agu ne botom na wako eno ena awie yenne ene yebusa se Ghana culture ben ene betim de ansa asiso akase o we de Ghana culture ni ntimam anase Gen Z fo ne wo mo ba no se busa no se wonka empo ne klom kasa se yetwi se eye anwona se eye dagati se eye whatever wonka nkosi akire wo mra brofo kra ba ko metwam a nipa dodo sen ene betimi aye ebi ati kumase tenkran ya wo mukrom nim ho they don't know their background nampo makohu se de wo culture wetie o man so asabio baby onyankopon dudu aye any cultural practices I wo honom no when this one no and also e won de enei ya kasi enka moma because am afo bebre so say ya ka boma ye be lose your sovereignty ti meye me Nigeria meye me Ghana meye mi Cote d'Ivoire ena enne ya ba be wie bebi edo yi ena yama western world no afa ye no mum ena sabio we indirectly wamo air direct yen ekwan a yemfa so ndi se wo fa ye bekọ anim a o ka Ghana de 68 years ni okoko gina eye African Union anim okoko saye over saying 65 years ni what has come out of Africa enti enei se ye bekọ anim gise sa ko ye chi na niam bia sabio anto yie no yakokọ wo mu se owo ne nan so de ba niam ne bebre na odi tu dwa no ofanke ye di so a ke bia ka yakoye nim bebre
right
bebi aye we
na se kwabra usudan kwake odi na waten ka re kwa homa no sobra na amene Paul Yando ono the communication director ma New Patriotic Party people asantama we atese na say wo mo akọ se de nsuo no asi asay ya omubu nkotodwe stress abai ehwe na galamsey no yenka ho asem. Paul, good morning. Na mpom to say na yate se makojira ezuo bia no amosu se we se de galana sesuo no abai ehwenye ho bibi he na mkoe
Kessben.
You say ujina baby a wobu kutudwe na mo pacho. He na wukoi. What dey nam ko hu ye?
Anasi yetu ekoma gudie bia no ye lusu ho nyina here say aban ebetu ho anamo we and about 2024 a ye nuanom NDC for ehu se eho na eye ade a oman no obia no ka ho asemunti ofa bosha kese ena emra ema ho kwan ema yetimi ekọ forest mu ekotu agudie no ye ba ya within 100 days ye be ye free ho galamsey eni ade nyina ye ba ye hu biem na ye MPP fo ena etuo enunti aban no ye MPP no on declare state of emergency. If we say a doctor for a work for no chini kolebuse enkwala eba ho ye wo nkwala na fuye enan akwala na suye edu akwala na hene ye enan esema ho drop ene ye kika asensem wenyina Ghana fo nya gidie wa NDC ne ofa yet waba December 2024 December 7th ebesi ene 22nd of September akabotomu miensa pe na afi aba John Mahama enye galamsey ho hwe the same old process the same old style I will be enim any the soldier for akwa any the blue water gas any the yellow water gas any the one na ye class ye de ye no anye ye no na president eye ofa endra ena ye fatu ye ho so any ye call aguna konyako anye ye ofa ye kanu kure anye ye fize nipa na wone no ekoko galamsey ntokwa no wofa nipa no wonku ntokwa wo sere kirew bo kurasika no wo sere kirew wo bede ne nako eti ye ko aguna konya ko ho no ofa ukohwe Ghana water treatment plant pa ya shutting it down over 1.5 months in here say ensuo no a eba ye ayensu river no a ebe fa man from wo no ama wo mo tima process ma wo mo wo ho no nyina no anya ensuo no ofa ukohwe ensuo no pa ni a fa machine kura ma wa machine be blast eti the best thing is shutting it down no for the worst part the one say mu nyina ne say wo mo sa aguna mangrove ho ni nyina no ofa sa 11 district na ho ni nyina no ba bie no ho ye galamsey but if the eastern region ana ho isusuaso no omo wo ho no omo nya no fa ukotie emema enkwala ensem omo kase omo nananom ensu a wo nom ye na omo so guso omo nom eti enei wo mu nya ensu kra na omo nom eti nanu adei na ye bisa president Mahama say galamsey no wo ye hu den asema president ka che ye ne say si wo hwe sika pa wo nya free galamsey mu as a result of gold board or this amid them fear to anono a tikane sododo na no na sustain economy me dem makao say wo ba ye na sustain economy on top banku ana bibia ma obi aniye but ono na e kana afem say na sustain economy it was just sitting tia enya ade a obetimi aye hu bibia sese of the so you who will moon say and this is forecast almost ba excavators the crumb ban like there will be a ban on excavators no facility would do port port excavators ye on daily basis yes when ya krano 200 a day of ayehu so who say ye excavators 200 a day ah omunyina bulo bed so ayade ko ye bi so mampani so omo de kwai omo de ko Bema camp ofa Bema camp ene asoja fo etuo no ye nto mo biem ye de excavators ene kunto kwa na eti sem na ye hu a ehie se ye ka ho asem ye bisa government spokesperson kwachi ofotu kwachi or see and evidence bra etienne na ye concern so ni bia o chira nyame ya adomo after demonstration na ye won kran no ya na nte dia koma no say evidence ni central region onu so ye MP wo ho e bia won kofie adwuma na ye ne de won kran enti won kofie eti akose bia ye de kotre no to ba ye demase se mo so mutu mu nkyene na mo mo bia no eti ensema hodo a ekoso wo Ghana
ekoi moma breso kwadu ano mo de bomo no ana mo so de bomo ti say maye na manyosem NDC preto MPP so na MPP aprato NDC so e ba sa e be ko yanim
ofa enye se wo bia ye na amanyosem o demo wa wo nsem a wo kan ye se wo ba emra ema wutimi wura forest mu no ofa wo be ye firi ho enye den because who buy ya okazo person who dey 1 cedi 2 liter of petrol bia so obi ekoto a won go tua yi anadwumu na wura ho a wo ye wo ye supreme leader a tese wo bo say NDC MPC you know over 185 you bet me ye pro and when you think adenti na wutimi ni samra no every ho what you say excavators ni nyina na port me who say excavator ye dey full plane da me dey me who be da dan ye be fa tema port so monkrofo kwa ne go enu ane say wo be size ma ye mfa bi ma biem o ti ase eti say abai no de mrabi eba na especially what me declare state of emergency ade no mo ye hu ne say ofa obia nkwa hu biem a Ofa me feast ebeboa. Eti nye say ye prat we so na we so prat we so. Wo mo asem wo mo kra ye say ye de ye ba. Ye be ye. Munya ni ehwe. Na enyina ye nya nsu papa nom no fazezi ade nipa ewu. Galamsey ni kuni. Ofa ukokrom wo pa nipa nya nsu nom a. Uhwe nsuo ye ni say aha ne edware aha ne esi ye niema aha ne ese bididi just avrefu.
Oh, Evansia, and I see piano pay.
It was who said, Cecia, who sent me boom
Kotojo, when you are prepared.
Kotoja me boo yen and said, Cecia, by no one about why I bet you. And to no media and said,
okay.
Me boom Kotojo, who Brasia Quas, supreme leader. Sir, on your 2 million one of President Mahama. To me boom Kotoja, the way the man can be there, but who shall my chief now really through ya. Na mun kotoja of a dear ben meye ye koto srane se ondom no moye ye nya supa ema ye manfo famida mase nyame kira mo
so it as a pa Paul Yando communication director ma the NPP asantro ye bra mo call hono ye ntie nsem obu kotoje na oka no fa kwanyako agora kwanyako water plant ya tumu nsem odi tuja
wa ha nya nsuo no ma no present sisi a wosi sika wunya wo gold board ene gold hunti ama ho asema ye wode oma pani untimi emfa sika wunya ho na wo ma amanfo a wa ha enya ensu papa enom de a ne je so oma pani ye koya na se ye bai ye pawo chow we dia ye srew wo se ya nka ne ama wa ba so a oma pani wo be chi ye but ye koso e die wa dawro ma ye koto srew president Mahama wo dia wa hwe NDC for mu nyina mo hwe bi nti suoi ten ye tie ye kasi ye koso ahwe ni sei a ebede na manfo anya bia no central region so ye ntu gold wo ha ba bia enso so ehun tu so nti e ma mu nya ensuo dom president Mahama ya koto sere wo president Mahama ya koto sere wo wadaro makie ye sufre na mahafo enya ensuo nom na magana galamsey emrase One I say, what the state of emergency beba. Because we catch the president Akufo-Addo. Who's one president it's
okay, Kwenyako nsu no asese water plant na ya tum water plant ya tum sisi no wholesome ena okay ke yekodwa somra na yekodwa somra na emra emedi enkomo
me sha say every ni what scientific herbal hospital doctor ni mo ho asem ena making eba yefunumu ene sebi bema ho yade bia babia ono koa ne bema na doctor wotimi repair na ni nyina ne se our team of medical specialists and scientists our researchers who are mo ye pa na fe said the oba no ase yakoduru said the bema no ase yakodu bia no do na nimpe na just we cross because ebe ye nti se efa wo ho ensensem ho bema ne oba eno so fa kodan no ana se enei bema no sebio obi wo ho no ma se bema de oso gina ho ha bema te se so gani Bema ntimi nyina oso sojani na de bia ni jaje se opa na twere ba bia da bi enkoye osa hode bam gina ho yire nchen atum se yes bema nie eno doctor nimo ena betimi aboa ayisa haw no afri ho edema bia so ana oso nkwamo no esua sebio senka sebi ye di gu ho na ye ka ben so 1 2 3 4 5 penasa so ade so ye pim netimi edi ebaba na obetimi aboa ayisa haw no afri ho amaw we be ma prostate no ena haw abamu fakodano o sa anasa obrebo ana wakoma ena ni nyina no problem abamu a fakodan doctor nimo na omwaw afei ekokram ahodo nyina ehawo nim kankan bronica france halitosis obi ho no ma he was back here ni na wojemu ha onye na chese ezo ni bibia besekọ be ma de sautu bodwuma wura na anopa sore a oyedre sabo abeti aka chese mo miwura ene mabo captain samban na odi abo abetire sanso ena infections ahodo e ha wonte hyewa esikyemu yade mojamroso typhoid anaye mukrom mubuye stroke anase mubodom penumu ena problem aba na honemene na problem abamu anase se be twere ena ha hepatitis C A, B, and C. And I have be on ma see a na no referee adem. Fa ko ni nyina akodan. Eye doctor ni mo no mo. Say ade na ye krankro. Say ade a ye ko ni nyina no doctor ni mo esa. Eye adwuma efri adwada ekosi memenda. Anopa no so bo pempepepe na chese ya hye adwuma se na no nsia ya tumu. Hwe kira kwan Kumase behu atonso Monaco Junction yane Adanso Rural Bank no die no hwe na nkran so mile 7 overhead na Eko Tantra Road no so no yane Janet Corner no na ebe ho fraying 0244087687 0244087687 ana 0279087687 0279087687
right
na yenyo so
open up phones na easy buy see mfanto say mobile phone be na open momode abra na so say Samsung, Itel, Infinix, Tecno and iPhone and de mobile skapudu ano say kope phone ato phone na open ba be ma na wotutua na kakra na mu kan say wo ba wo de kakra be to ase de kakra bi a wonya no open up phone se fa bra wo de be to ase no de phone ma wa na afi wotutua na kakra pass be to su de bia metua na otwe na bosom ne me wo ba fa Ghana card bra Ghana card na chese wo ye Ghana ni wa hwe wanim edi phone na ma wo ni Ghana card na national ID bia voter ID, driving license na passport a ni nyina fa bra na abeje phone no na kire wo payment plan se me tusu de bia pe na otwe bosom open phone shop ye mienu eno Kumase dum ba ko ni Prudential Bank skakra bia de din hwe ni mo ba ko so ni Ezra FM abosano hwe ni mo pe mo ho eno on kasa 0248255535 0248255535 so
MTS Infanto anim say enei iwiase dan no to so dan ho bi ye cosimless enti wuso di achi na yenko na wanka akire sabre na sabio ukowo fon ho na wayi o chip afiri na obeyi battery na de chip atum no obi ho no mo hyeda ewo eye bag mu a chips egumu anti ohwe we are not a chip no kurani ti maye nyina yenko na yenko simless yenko pe yisim ni bi emfa ento ye fon so dial 0 dial *#06 *#06# na wa check so phone e qualify na wa koma MTN app no so na so we di prompt na chia na wo call e seamless ni bi for 100 and na say credit channel no so na owo ayi bia how adwen bia wobusa yen e wo ho
MTN krongo so kan say yellow Thursday go so ye admedu ya wada no answer wa bosta 138# *138# na call my MTN app no so now obusa so person to data na yellow Thursday ho uto anormal 25% bonus so auto be a 1 giga oba 255 megabytes free uto 10 gig dia say na namuso so mo ntonketwa uto 10 giga be 2.5 gig near the pew so yasa ma ticket se fa Silver Bay Cinema and I say Garden City Golden Cinema Kumase Mall Silver Bay Cinema Accra West Mo na kwesi nti double bonus pa no de kai se wo bibi be download bibi abeya to data no ya wada yellow Thursday na ju bonus no e ka ho
me afanto anim se Ghana Premier League no ahyase na wakaya weekend ya na yebo week 2 of the matches no na this weekend so ebe sign atwa so na ya the commentary mu hwam na edebra 93.3 and 92.9 so to edu kwasiada memenda eni fiada na dwade kura so ebi ewo honoma ebetimi aba wakachi ene entrance na yemro commentary emu eye hwam
aso for ye from Unfailing Love Chapel International ewo Kumase and omo Esreso Ophelia Johnson Lake Road and War omodi medie bi ahyeso ato Breaking the Power of Proud Waters Conference 2025 Breaking the Power of Proud Waters 2025 esbontia o man homene so no we akakabensem wa brabo mu no yakopon so obebre nase na brane nyame nipa na difo yi omo no ensumom na afi esbontin bi etete wa brabo no woma epoasoche ne yedin akasa focus mede asay Prophet Perfect Somalia Ejei Prophet Perfect Somalia J. Reverend Samuel Atta, Prophet Stephen Atta, on a rempimu asidu, the Medisi Naso and no, Prophet Desmond Tutu. Media, almost say Busumi, and a year, and a Juya, 22nd September, on better also a compesa Busumi do October, no, in that also being sa and on baby, in free ne, 22nd, there be a numero don't see any for nature on Unfailing Love Chapel International, wo esresso Philia Johnson ene nyame nipa coffee bom asente de mede so no was by the rivers of Babylon subonte obra Israel for call Babylon kwasomu no na omte subonte ho omusu kai Zion no pra na ono enso fre nyame na subonte nyina obra na se ema
Kessben travel and tour say enei wo tu kwan ewiem na abefa de a ehwo hyehye ehwo kodanna ehwo afutu de aka nyina efa wakonti ho no fa beda Kessben travel and tour emane me odadwen wate bra na afi yen reserve ticket mam anase hotel ene reserve mam wakonti no ho afutu anase akwankyere ebepe e de amount sanso na flight schedules no sen ena etiem eno so ebedi ho dwumade de babom kran se nei yema ticket on credit enti nei wo tu kwan na ticket no crowd this kakọ wo hwa na wo nwinwi ase ade no kra nya so won sign because sika de koye no crowd de kọ no kra no so twa ticket ni free mu a asamasi bra ne twa ticket ma wo yen hye na de hye no so hwe Kessben travel and tour cha kwan first floor at the house Adum Kumasi and our friend 0209 434999 0209 434999 na yenyoso
Kessben University College so kai sua from we senior high school no say wo ye admission then ti we SHS so we nya 6 credit passes English, Maths and Science e course subjects ni elective subjects me sa bra na omo enhwe na omo emfaw admission e yemfa no koto admission so wonya mfie du nunum so we mature student wo no we here SS abodin krata akra bra na o perform no bi ato multi credit savings saloons on krata be dio sien num wasta Ghana be bi ho afi Kessben University College City Campus wo adum awsaye ne aseda house dan di hwede mu afi Kessben Media obadum aseda house ana Nkrumah so a Kessben Twin Towers Kwame Nkrumah Circle ho a wenya bi ato course o me ne doso o me Bachelor of Business Administration o me Accounting, Marketing, Human Resource Management afi Banking and Finance afi BSc Information and Communication Studies Computer Science and Entrepreneurship BA in Media and Communication Studies or Print and Broadcast Journalism afi Public Relations and Advertising other programs o me Bachelor of Arts in Politics and International Relations Bachelor of Arts in Public Administration and Leadership, BSc Nursing Midwifery, afi BSc Logistics Procurement and Supply Chain Management na omoye o main campus no Contrast Lake Road. Anyone can sap 0501 6373 0501 6373 na afi 0264 170475 0264 170475 or so. All right. Mami ko twe video simra malam ye hwe video bra samya ya ba Nkrumah nra kai Kwame Nkrumah awoda no o ka sembi history abakosem o se ade ne sie na o ne maame nyina afatia na o nyina o Ghana ha ne nua mema no na ese kwa bia so no mtimi dwane free Ghana ekọ omukrom Egypt Cairo na omko duru ho no Kwame Nkrumah frɛ omo e wo Cairo ho na nsem o ka kire omo yenti samya ya ba Nkrumah
1966. By the time of Sajifu's family, our mother and the three of my siblings, the three of us, by the time we reached Cairo, at the end of the day, we took refuge in Egypt. Our father had reached China, and when he knew we were settled, he wanted to call us, so he called us. He called us by phone, and he spoke to each and every one of us. And even though he had received a big blow, the illegal overthrow of his government had just taken place, he wanted to comfort us. He spoke to us one by one, our mother and the three of us, the children. And I remember what he told me. I will never forget it. When it was my turn, he said, Yaba. Yaba. He always called me Yaba. He never called me anything else. He said, Yaba, I do not want you to be afraid. Yaba, I want you to be strong. I don't want you to be afraid. And I took this to heart. I thought he had seen me crying the whole day because I was afraid of the guns. But no, he had a deeper message for us. What he was telling us, his family, his followers, his people, that we must not be afraid of telling his story. We must not be afraid of upholding his vision, because Kwame Nkrumah's story is Ghana's success story that must happen.
Wey Samia Yaba Nkrumah Kwame Nkrumah baba brebi atwom ba CPP amanyoko no dwem trene osaye mbrasem dwani mo manfo yomo jomoro ono nenra osebra one ne nuanom ne na fatha ya kudru Egypt Kwame Nkrumah from China no kase yaba minstro so be ka Kwame Nkrumah ahwasem se Kwame Nkrumah Ghana nkoso nyina ne fapem no na ejina Kwame Nkrumah eso ba yesa ko samije mfim kai se sane make us a galamsey we pray to so we are pray to so no poyando de okoye no e okwanya akoyi ndc abreso so ebisi sa yenko ne yenko hwe ase ade no onya akotra nchen dia na ija no pumsa sana aye tisho bala ye se sabe video no so aye ready a ne hwe de almost yes abre
ye bana River Pra sutine a edaha no ye bana mu nyina mu de mani aba behwa de enam hwe nsuo ya eno bi ni asa guboto mu a abusuafo nsuo a omampenye kufu ado ka che wiase afa na nyina asa eni da wo no eno ne kita me hei bade mu hu ni hei enya galamsey fo eye MPP penyufo enya small scale miners nsa no dwumani MPP penyufo any abrofo bi ni mu a omakofo mo free China South Africa India any amama wo do so abagana ene yesa
right we so also kai but that no brabam penny dada na ekufu adoba krose krum dot ye no e wo menhia no free on de kire bantama ho na bantama mrase wodani also see MPP party office kofo frokra na okobo Francis Asenso buachi abaso se watimi ayi bibisa na okasa no no se mpenifu aka mo aba no mo so mo hwe na mo so mo nye bisa na otrene nsa e kire chairman Wofa Kofi Appiah so se chairman fofra oba yewe ese mo kai
watching. I said, me and me pass. I said, so watching. The name of this idea, I'm a bitch. Maximum. I said, so. Mo. Money. Congratulations. Well done. Now, I got MPs. Once one of the first any chairman over.
Hey, endorsements.
Semwa nanado ebeka se onabasa zuwacha ya de wasi party officer maban ba konso se akampisa aka no monso baby any chairman oba no tene sachre chairman Wofa Kofi Appiah some of the endorsement na fa the people's chairman inshallah okay nanado we
we so we any kasa we are
chairman Wofa Kofi Appiah
woba this is the aye ne de no challenge
wa be challenging this how
no challenger no challenger was until nay na do na kwad understand be say pai we yes endorsement you say akase e be yi na kire se wonu nie asa na say be be sie tie no
di nyawia we akase be pie ni pe so okay mama yes message ne kakra na memra na bibi baboaten e wa ha Kwame Nkrumah enana no se no fa ase no enya asem kweto akra anti ose Kwame Nkrumah buye ni gu ne niema so na Ghana ne ya bedu de adui ene ene ne bedi nkomo Belfi from Adwat was a happy Father's Day to all Ghanaians. Indeed, Dr. Kwame Nkrumah was a very proactive leader, and I see those traits in Dr. Bawumia. I pray Ghanaians give him the chance to perfect what other fine leaders like His Excellency John Ejukum Kufuor and His Excellency Nado started. Regards to Honorable Francis Asenso-Boakye. Teacher Constitution from Yamwase. Happy Kwame Nkrumah Memorial Day. The state of insecurity in Ghana demands action. From Baku to Sampa and Kukurentumi, citizens are suffering. Bunyeri people have even sought asylum in La Côte d'Ivoire. Ghanaians expect more from their leaders, but the NDC government response to insecurity has been disappointing. Greetings to Honorable Yao Educhum, Chairman Wofa Kofi Appiah, and Justin Kodia from Pong. Oyibo Boateng from Achuman Rebehi. NPP media patriots. In fact, the state of our water bodies keeps on getting worse due to galamsey. Ghana Water Company is complaining bitterly about its escalating menace. The earlier the government declares state of emergency, the better. Greeting Dr. Baumia, Kojo Bamba, Justin Kodia from Pong. I'm Kim Dave from FYC. Okay. Okay, there is no essence for Ghanaians to celebrate the Founders' Day so far as the politicians are not willing to buy the ideas of Dr. Nkrumah. Though Nkrumah had his weakness, but when it comes to infrastructure, industrialization, and development plans, none of these so-called 21st century politicians can be compared to him. Ghana needs to prioritize industrialization again to minimize unemployment rate in the country. Lawrence Boachi, A.K. Buche, Asenua Sorin Kwanta. If you want Ghana to work again, then we need Honorable Brian Echampong. He is the best man to transform Ghana. Good morning. I am Okain from Bantama in Sena West District. The next Dr. Kwame Nkrumah is Honorable Kennedy Japan because he certainly casts a distinctive figure with his outspoken, bold, and confident style. He fits for a leader who is unafraid to take a stand. He has introduced his vision to the good people of Sene West. He spoke as a businessman, not a politician. These are the key qualities that make him a strong presidential candidate for the MPP. Let's get connected. Mr. Host, in fact, this man, Dr. Kwame Nkrumah, has a perfect sense for Ghana. But now, this is the end of Ghana's vision because of our wicked president, Chrono Galamsey Apo. Good morning, Ofa. Since independence after Kwame Nkrumah, you can't mention John Dramani Mahama in terms of development. John Mahama is the best president at this moment, yes. Golden Boy, Anas Mamponting, regards to Ken Ejay, the man of vision. Over, thank you very much for today's message. I can commonly tell you that most of our politicians have bought houses here in UK, schooled with the same white people here, but because of power, they forget the knowledge they came to learn and practice African mentality behavior to win power. Most of the British called us Kwame Nkrumah Ghana from Sir Cabis, Manchester, UK. I'm from Kwame Nkrumah Ghana. Oh, okay. So that's the truth. OPK Patriotic Voices from Goso. You write a very long message. Yeah, nah, but we can create it here. As the Cali Bishop Conference have petitioned Mahama and the NDC to declare a state of emergency of Galamsey because of NDC gurus, some of the NDC MPs and some of the NDC National Executive are alleged to be doing Galamsey with impunity, destroying our lands and water bodies. CSOs, UTAG, imams, chiefs, etc. should also add their voices to the Cali Bishop Conference to put a pressure on President Mahama and NDC to declare a state of emergency. Over, I'm asking, will the state of emergency stop the Galamsey, and what does that mean? Everywhere, everyone is asking for state of emergency. Attack of Nkrumah, it declares a state of emergency. Emma Mampeni, any Bambo Kwai, so mutimi take sweeping actions. Bia, wait me actually detain you. Bra, it was a Ghana member. See a choa at 2 days. If I declare state of emergency, mashallah. Auntie, and no baby, baby, so murabia, lawyer being Tim Kujina baby say, and I'm a no, and I'm a torture and massa. There's a Nibra day. Abba, offer this doctor, offer is Dr. Amwakuba in Ghana, is Professor Jampo in Ghana. As some years ago passes, are you in this country? Bagada Imam, Roman Catholic Bishop Conference, we to Blakwa, Sami Jemfi, Sam George. Hey, why this time you are making quiet on Galamsey? Galamsey fight, especially Professor Jampo. Now you are enjoying I'm watching you live from KK Accra. Kojobwadi from Kumawu Bodomase. Ofa, I make myself happy every Monday, but as for today, you make me feel very, very sad. Other than Araho. Them Kwame commands of Mamikaina na. It's all reho. And you don't call Singapore and Malaysia back. I remember home more. If I plead with the European Union to have 10 years contract to have our ministers so that they can develop our country for us. God bless our homeland Ghana from Prince. And also the area or the so a buyer and so I don't know. Right. I'm gonna fee na eshase na yeni enkomo. What ke wedding ka na bibi ba boaten enso ha. Yebedi nkomo na now so a strong activist of Nkrumahism. Ana akwaba.
Ejusumenia.
Na ho ye de.
Gamiadum.
Bim say Asante Dwaben so boko.
Asante Dwaben boko. Say de enra. Na
that's bre.
He did birthday no. Oni yenia yura.
That's bre to sebo. So no fear do otwe.
He did birthday.
That's right.
Nti yemfa kwanya so na onso yema na wodapa. Yemo na baso. Atena kunya so mfinhye adunum enan ne akiri kra. 54 years on throne.
Yeah.
It did not just say wa born homodin. Ti obadwabia. Dwabin puntuo ne honne manyina dwabin koso nyina utumi se dodo no ade. Da sebre ivra da sebre tu sirebo. Ena odimu akotene pa. Nti yemfa kwanya so na yemo na baso. Na yemo mpae se nyame bema no kwatenten. Hodin gum ya obitumi dia kyerɛkyerɛ. Kosi se obia esese onya no ho mfaso obia no obinya obia esese osua bibi free no obia no obitumi esua wie bibia esese nyame enam no so de ma obia na wose nipa kro ne nsaka ansa na obeto nsafrɛ no kra wato nsafrɛ no enti yewura yebo abaso anopai ya mo awoda panso omuse nra na ekoso de na nso nra no ye enye opportunity no ene na akwanya basɛ
so pages ka show picture no me na yehwe
nyina yebebo yede abaso bosronko ama dasebre utrusribo a wo ye dwaben emanhene na enranso na wodadie no se de ye kan na ye Kwame Nkrumah nso awoda a obia enim enokra ne nam so na am ye nye fa hodie chese beka se na ye holiday na wo hwɛ kwan bi so a yɛde ya meto Kwame Nkrumah nanso abakɔsɛm a yɛbɛte yɛ fa Kwame Nkrumah ho no na just yi nyina yisusu sɛ Kwame Nkrumah yɛ nipa onyankopɔn hyɛda eyi no ma Ghana na odi tumi nyina ma no sɛnka obɛsesa ɔman nemu amamofo bi a wɔn mpɛ ɔman yie ɛna ɛma Kwame Nkrumah mamuo antumi ankoso na sisi ede na woda yedi no ho asem ne yeka na me se duru ho a eno nso ye beka emu ensempi abra mitie samia asem kan na awosen kura agume isan se sabre no na yenim se de ewiase esiko nanso no Kwame Nkrumah se de wo kase otumi ne wo kasa ehye wo mu kran se wo se wo ensese wo musuro na mwanwa sɛ yɛtumi atena ho ama CPP amanyukuo no atumi agigya ato nsuom ya kyesɛ yɛka amanyukuo wɔ Ghana kora no a CPP deɛ kyesɛ wonte ne din kora wo baabia eti CPP fo sɛ mo wɔ hɔ a mo nkeka mo ho na mo ma mo ho so unim sɛ senior JH Mensa mo nyina no mo yɛ CPP fo esan sɛ Kwame Nkrumah 7-year development plan no a wɔ yɛyɛ no JH Mensa ona na ye krachi pani executive secretary aninsa ehyasie na wohwe niema Kwame Nkrumah de gu na kwam 1963-64 a omu ye sa 7-year development plan no me se ne kra no ye kofa 7-year development plan na de ato ho se de beye dwuma ye de bebu ye de bebu man no a ye betumi de abu esan se niema ewu mu no ebetumi ka betumi aye dwuma be si sa bre nyina ai konento aso na no ye ka 7 years na nkyerɛ sɛ 7 years ni twam a ɛno ano no na mo nka niema ɔde begugu na kwan mu no na nya niema ketwa nanso yantumi antwɛn amma saa de ma no antumi amma so na menim sɛ sesei otumi a na opportunity a Nyankopɔn de ma Kwame Nkrumah no sa opportunity no abi ɛna ɔde ma President Rawlings ɛna no nso nkrofo ha na dwen ha ya
Rawlings go for Haradwen
Senka Rawlings ebra wo baaye no eniema no nso de gugu na kwan mu no ɛna se Ghanafo ada se ne friend Junior Jesus
na odi ade 19 years straight bien to know
se afei na wode niema egugu na kwan wo ye nhyehyeye
the contrast oh
wahu ɛna ekoba se enkrofo bi sɔre ye ɛne yeso onye Ghana ni yeso ye Ghana ni ye de no court afei be wiase se democracy obi en kasa nye o kabi ma min kabi nemum sɛde yebesi a yebayi ye no ɛna en fa ne kwan so edisisi ya President Mahama abai saa na ɔno nso Nyankopɔn de tumi ni Ghana tumi no ɛfa kɛse no akodi no ho sɛde na Paul Yando kan sɛ wɔtinta so to fam kra no a ni wakase yɛmfa nye mmra ebetumi aye mmra kyerɛ sɛ mmra hye bedwafo no ɔno na fam ne dɔso iti no se resetting yɛnhwɛ sɛ resetting no de ba no ebe sectors bebree babi bebree a ebetumi aboa yɛmmra ne bebree wɔ hɔ a senior wotena sɛ na adwene hɔ a wotumi bisa sɛ sabio na wɔn akɔtena sɛ hyɛ saa mmra yi na wɔn adwene no net sɛ saa bre no ɛtɔ da bi mmra ne bi wɔ hɔ a wotwene hɔ a wonti ase ɛwɔ sɛ mampani ɛnɛ wabayi a wahyase yɛ nsesamu yɛ ɛsesɛ samra bi minim yie sɛ bibia enko ye bia no ombehwe no mo asesa no na ye ka no senior Kwame Nkrumah de wo ye onyame bofo a ode ne beche Ghana na unse Nyankopɔn de ade ma no wanhwe so yi a osan gifri wonsem nyame bofo ode beche Ghana no senka Ghana fo tie nase ena ye hwe ni yi a enka sabre enka Ghana ye satellite kra ko wiem enka sabre Ghana color TV nke ye hye no Ghana ha enka sabre Ghana ye nia ye ka enka sabre Ghana ye nkokra enam emfra brochire ma enka sabre ye nkokra corn beef emfra brochire ma ha se ye tumi hwe Kwame Nkrumah yi a enka Ghana sabre ye yakwan kanya ni se afe na adane mfuturo afe ni obi be ye obi maye senke hwe Kwame Nkrumah yi a enka nya afe na ye be ye one district one factory enka nya afe ni ye be ye 24-hour economy se hwe Kwame Nkrumah yi a enka sa ne ma we nyina ka ye twam dadada esanse Kwame Nkrumah breso na amanfrafo amanonefo efri wo mu nkroso eba Ghana ebe ye dwuma Kwame Nkrumah penso na ye frɛ bibi wanchi wo mu esi niema no wo mu ba Ghana ebe ye dwuma Kwame Nkrumah penso na takwamefo efri Benin eba ya wo mu hye ase sɛ na wo mu sisi adan Kwame Nkrumah penso so eti sɛ sabre no na yetumi to ye bo ase na ye hwɛ ni yi a ejimenia se mitietie saa bakosem nyina mitumi se na se yesi ye pe obi a ede sobo abɔ no se wa magana agija Ghana atete apansam Ghana se ye kwamo na ne yakopɛ busia na de abedidi ya ye de sobo no bɛbɔ wɔ na ebetu Kwame Nkrumah ban guye
sao
omo ya mamofo ankasa ensese enka ye nwoma mu kura no ye twere omudin wom omo betu Kwame Nkrumah ban guye
ba na se Kwame Nkrumah so ayi dictator we declare one party state je say all parliament dominant no obi antimi mbambio ono antibede na yeso ye kofa abae
de eno no enka ebeboa yen a yaba enei yen na nka ebedi ho mfaso edie na Gaddafi onyema no nkrofo ene wo kon bedo so obekọ Gaddafi krom ho ene Ghana for do say no kon bedo so obekọ Gaddafi krom ho African countries do say no kon bedo so obekọ Gaddafi ho Libya ede na no onyama wo mo enso ne wo mo ye ya ye betu Gaddafi gu ye no aban gu ye no hwede na Libya ye wa wanti na make sese Nyankopɔn de ade ne ma na wa mu adekoro no anhweso ya wo gifri wo nsam na wo gifri wo nsam so a wo be bresa ko so be nya dwen satra eno ne ye bra ye bre esan sa wo hwa o se Bible mu kra no o se de o man ne talent ba ko a wan fa anya dwuma yie no a na ni anso de ko hye boase no o ba wo ye ne den o gifri ni nsam eti Kwame Nkrumah ye obi anka Nyankopɔn eseda yi no ma Ghana se o meboa Ghana na onfa Ghana nkoduru mpempenso bi a amanyina behunu se ampa ye bo Ghana din a e kire se eyesika mpo ano ampa ena amamofo bi edi yempre tumi a wo mo penti ye be pene yempre twetwere nkrata ye Kwame Nkrumah ho bon wiase nipa nyina ye betu na bagu ye ba bia ni statue ne na ade wo kra no ye sei ni nyina sinia enso Kwame Nkrumah ye se wa di sika kwa ha wo sika wa ha wo fa ye ewi ase no committees a wo mte ye nyina ehwehwemu omo ye hunu se Kwame Nkrumah kra no wo no personally oni hwe okoba bi kra na satade kra ne de be che no a wo twere Ghana din wo property of Ghana opa Kwame Nkrumah museum ho ubehu enye fe ye wu ye ne akotwere mu property of Ghana o ehye no ya twere mu property of Ghana edi sa nipa wi se wan hwe ne ye no firi won sa usu se obenya biom enya de a obenya biom ye ma no ho bon wiase nipa nyina enso wan se ne ye bo ni din wan se ne eye na wudai yam ye fa hudi yam ye holiday edi sanka ye jan no ma ne tena so a e kire se enka yen ya yaba nei yen na ibenya sa emfaso no efise Kwame Nkrumah penso hwe senior Ghana for minim ade a ye pe obi a ono ne penso asat 1966-64 na watumi a build 346 or 45 industries 436 industries ewo Ghana na ye nkra bibia ma Ghana sabre no de ntia na make sense ka sabre ya ye rocket ko wiem no e chance sabre no ne ye matches wo Ghana ade ne ade ye matches ade ye matches na no anu om de to ko wiem no knockout ne rocket ya om de ye eno a said the matches pa ye pajana
so far na ade no
yes what you say sabre na radio akasa no man ye no Ghana ha
Kessben
sabre no na TV no omo hihye bi wo Ghana ha ka kra wo mo hyase so mo ye bi e wo Ghana ha corn beef ni ye no Ghana ha sardine ni ye no Ghana ha tin tomatoes ni ye no Ghana ha ene wo hinfa
ba Kwame Nkrumah fatis bebre so ana problem na o ye raw materials nti
enu nti no kofi unim de oyeye enu nti no de beef factory ko esremu no wan ko si no wan kran corn beef ni ye no hin ni ye no esremu tomato factory ni ye no hin eho ni akomadan eho na ne omudua ntosi pa eno de ko ho sardine ni ye no hin mankwaje tema uti ase jute factory ehin na newo ne kumase na newo eti Kwame Nkrumah chiche ye se bi
shoe factory so
shoe factory so ne wo kumase
so na ye ele no e na runs be ka se kumase for wonya kahuro no
minu uti ase eti Kwame Nkrumah ye bibi se okay si ye kum na ntwe no wo esrem ho a ye de ngoma no enso beba kumase ne de aye shoe jute no ye dua no wo jute no ye dua no wo wo de sen adwura ho a ye fa factory no mra kumase enti adwurafo no benya adwuma ni bia ye kumase fo nso benya bia ye esremfo benya adwuma ni bia ye mo amwo fa hanso nso benya adwuma ni bia ye enti ye na ntwe no ho adwuma wo ho no ye de leather no nso ba kumase e de abeye leather products bibia ne ye bibia wo Ghana sabre no 436 industries yes Kwame Nkrumah nya hwe o hwe se amamofo a wo mbetu Kwame Nkrumah ban yi gu yi na Nana Akufo-Addo eba ya wo se wo be ye one district one factory sabre no senior near how many districts near how many regions how many districts na never Ghana 276 it is or say indeed district ba ku bia kra wo ye factory wo ha enkanye 276 na Kwame Nkrumah so ye 436 yes wo nye hwe you can imagine ono de ode na no ka keke no ne yabu yensem ma no so aya ade enso so a wo anye enso na nyina ye da so kase wa aya ade wan obi bie na no so wan district one factory e na Akufo-Addo de ba e wo himfa na de Kwame Nkrumah de ba ye no yaka ho asem awie eti sa wo hwe sa ne ma we nyina
ane so wa te no ba kokra
na ena me se senior wo ye factory no wo sheda de Nkrofo eko India Russia Vietnam China ene wo mu akeke ka ho Japan se wo mu nkosua eho nyuma no wo mu mra emehwe so what you say enye so sorry so ya no ye ne keke it was planned it the enim ho adwuma eno na Chinese fo aya ene China aye number 1 in the world no eno na Chinese fo aye etutu wo mu Nkrofo ko western world mun ko sua technology no na mun famra eno wo mu ko ya wo mu ko sua aye edi ko wo mu krom na no na ama China aye China ene obi a sori a wo ko China o ka se di entira sa pepepe na Kwame Nkrumah wo bu ne man no sa pepepe ena no wo bu ne man no ena wo yensa so ena dictatorship enfa hensi ha se ne mo si yen declare a state of emergency and now wo nim say state of emergency no another word of state of emergency no ye dictatorship ana o mo nim say you declare state of emergency a bibia nya dwuma mra nya dwuma emra it is also Kumasi ne me declare state of ye galamsey o ye me declare state of emergency a emra enya dwuma wo Kumasi ha ebiem wontumi nya de wo pe so enunti na amampanifo no bia ba won pese obe go to that but President Mahama Krade wa can say state of emergency no is still on the table wo ye de o chese wo ye nyina wi oba sabosome nwotwe Mutina so enfie nwotwe no mantumi and declare state of emergency but bosome nwotwe a ye wura mu o say enema ode agu na kwan mu no se anya dwuma ene baby kura ye galamsey no mupomumpo be declare state of emergency no na wo say ye be declare be wie no enye ho na human right for be sori abegina wo say obi ko na fom yesi ye ma no nko obi ko twa ne bank yesi ye ma no nko obi ko tuna bro ko twa na bro yesi ye ma no nko eniema nyina be ka wura mu ho esan say ewura mu ho na nsemone no koso
okay na ye remember ho e ba galamsey ba ye nwie Kwame Nkrumah de no Kwame Nkrumah said the independence of Ghana is meaningless. It's a link with the total liberation of Africa. Ukraine, so here development now, my input to a contagious, just a side.
Yeah.
Europe, no, not European countries in ye. The Africa, say Ghana says, ye, pa, once a my kai who is no.
Yes.
The Kwame Nkrumah kind of African leaders are no one breast soldiers, ne a messecature no minano. Kwame Nkrumah free one, obienti me Antoine legacy no so. So we no, it died a we. Every year in our town to me no, come out brofono. Say Kwame Nkrumah see bit my so boy. The money na mo be dear so. Be boy.
Enunti na me say, wo mo a isi e pu bia bɔ no so boy. Wa say wo man ya, wo mo betu Kwame Nkrumah ban go ye. Womo betu Kwame Nkrumah banku ye na unim se sa idea ni nyina no na efri Kwame Nkrumah tirim e na eba eti womo nyina gitum na sabio sabi mpani se wo kromfo pegyawo a e na bontensofo hunu wase moa wo ye mo mampani no kra mo se mo mpano no ye ne amaje no ye ne anya ndai moa mo ye ne mampani no a wo de adwene na ba na o se o pese Ghana the hub of Africa industries.
You, they make me who say granted say nipa bi Ghana ha omo ampe Kwame Nkrumah tomato from 67 up to 72 a champion buy no omo be di ade nyina no omo ne Kwame Nkrumah anya adwen but ni peers in Africa ne breso for no more Africa the Jomo Kenyatta's the Julius Nyerere the Robert Mugabe's Apostle Kojo Safene oni ho de yesu nyina ne say technology o de buy no wa kire nipa bi omo to aso ana u so say ai you nipa o de agya wo mo eti African leaders ono mo shia 1960 oyi o ka kire mo say mo Africa nyina nkamom na broni de na adwen ne say ye de ye nton raw materials all the time
good
eti ye mo ye de ahudwa ye wo de process beton ma me na me swim process me de me kan eton ma no all the other African leaders no obi e nya sa adwen no a Kwame Nkrumah no ewo ni bio bia se da bi ye fa raw material ko ma brofo no mo enya de de mre yen
Kwame Nkrumah was the source of the whole idea. So when you cut off the source, etina panisi se uche abuan won utwa netia ya ka nyina ye ho.
Ntina Apostle Kojo Safo ni hei de o ye nyina ayoka.
O da bi ono no ye personal individual. Wo de ade no ama ne family any nipa atwa no ho ahia. So eti hwe wo de wo ka Apostle Kojo Safo nko asem. Kuma si hakora no. Esikafo bebre a wo mo kono ene wo mo din wo hin
also madwuma nya family business agu ni nyina agu
what you say ko senior what you say eti nipa na on na ye the source no mo a wo ye mo dia no mo se mo mpe no na ayi de oti Tanzania de oti Kenya de oti Lesotho no ha de oti Zimbabwe wonu o meto aso nya emede no so ne manfo mekuno ana ne man for me pamono senior what yasem na se aisha wo kokon no ya che captain no ne yakuno wa maka nyina mu bedwane yedi musun kunim tete ho no asabe ne nananom kokon no se de odi kon na nim wo hene ne ya kire ne yakuno awia yedi o man sun kunim ne afọ man no sa pepepe na koye yo ekwan ya yedi Kwame Nkrumah fa so no se even the statue kura no yebubu ne sei no I nim say no me bi how bi ne yekofa to ye ho so en yetna ho man krofo be ka dokodoko sem e di kire ye Kwame Nkrumah wa ye sei wo di sika watam sika de kwa ha wo ye wen en wo person no nko anya tumi e di sanka wo no nko anya tumi a sai break krase wo nka wawu e bi anka wawu
abakosam kire say asat 1966 na yebetu no na kapre sika brofo di ja nyina Kwame Nkrumah hye ma Ghana kra ye de ka ya IMF nti na ngontim nye bibia o ye conman odwa nanum a no dwa na mfa na nkodu ba bia
na ne adan na ye celebrate no adan enenne ye celebrate no
politics
ye wo mu a ebetu na bangu ye no and they want to try by any means to justify what they did and which was wrong. They are trying by any means to justify the wrong that they did. The burden that they have put on Ghana, they are trying to justify it. Senior, media here, apart from history book, and as if I am planning for the 4th August, woman, look at this. Yeah, distorting history in the crowd. And so Professor Dubois, what history and one can be for 4th August, you go school nation history. No? And if you buy and the crowd will be seeing your Kwame Nkrumah crying to declare independent, say Ghana, and you're independent. You see, are they? Yet the contempo, your chatro from 1957. I've seen that chatro. Kwame Nkrumah is still who he is. It's almost a song madri kakra. Almost a song kakra. Are they, my sister, senior Kwame Nkrumah tiasia? And I want to mean ya she cranky because of Fana Betanacuniano so me boo mine. Now, or cry the mine, you beat me, Ehundi Bay. It's a nini hobby. Eti your best regana for her. One would your woman penocre. And I'm say, sir, 436 industries no Kwame Nkrumah will see, you know. E wa hinfa. Much more by Genoma in you. More by J. No more in ye.
Kessben.
Na, senior, will be. Wofa wu papa wu na ode ka to ho na emu meka na ode ato ho no wode japade enso
aka ho
se sa japade no ode akosi ase ekana ebesi kananan no ebe ye dwuma e de ateka no e no ode amawo wo haw ne sei enya no krese ye tu Kwame Nkrumah bangu ye no hwe tema na kroni ho na kroni tema ho Kwame Nkrumah na kwachechere tema kro tema no Kwame Nkrumah na chechere na kro bia ni ho adan ye wo ho nyina wo na siye okosi siye se adwumayefo ebe ye adwuma wo ho no wo betena na ode ho ye industrial area ene ye free ho ana
tema motorway
tema motorway no friend the golden triangle if you tema Kotakrade from Takrade to Kumasi back to Accra it is no friend the golden triangle he said ye wo ye tema no saa na nanko wo ye ni nyina ediaba you say a white elephant a kwan ya wo yato ho no ka be na ekofa so enipa be na ekotena ho etina make se niema na Kwame Nkrumah ye no enka yen ena ne ebedi so mfa so ene temahwe enipa buabu ho ene hwe golden triangle no anu say oye no hwe de yaye no wo ja kwan de da ho nyina say in the future e pese ye extension betumi aye mobile mo betonton enchen kwan ye danchen nyina mo beton nyina adi eti Kwame Nkrumah de obi obeka Kwame Nkrumah ho asemboni bia no me hunu se wo ye mamofo esanse wa hamwa yen eti mobile ya musimu be ye ni yie no industries no di ja yen no se mutumi hwe ye ni yie a ekanya ni se nne akokɔ nsa ye kokra free abrochire ne de aba kanya ni se nne corn beef ye kra free abrochire de bai ekanya ni se nne matches ye kra matches chaliwate ye kra aden ene silver ye di ye anuane wo fie nyina chansi ni nyina ye kra free abrochire ne de aba eso Kwame Nkrumah penso ne ye nkra na nkrofo kra aba ye maamu no mo abaye adwuma e de akọ mo nso maamu enemu tu Kwame Nkrumah bangu ye mo mpre kra mo bi ma ye adwuma wo Ghana ha ensese ne sika mfa nko mo se mo nte ase eye mi de se president Mahama wo yi sa emra na free ho mo ba mo betu Kwame Nkrumah bangu ye nam de bibia fe no alien compliance order e baaye e ko wie ye sei
the Kwame Nkrumah so the preventive detention act by JB dan kwa kotuma JB dan kwa wo some medium security prison nti ono so cheche ne
bibia anse ye bibi nye yi
sao
yes bibia anse ye bibi nye yi ha no mo ha no nti onam ani ato bomb wa ha ofa ha ne de bomb ahia no wa ha ofa ha ne de tu ahia no wa ha no ne no nso enti nka onye dai enka onye dai wo kwe ni yankoto bomb anhia no yankoto tu anhia no ena obia tenase ene enyina ya ku yanimu a enka no nso de preventive action order bi beba enka wonfa bibia sama ewiase wahu seven panis obia na ochirifo asempa kodo obia na ochirifo asempa kodo eye tumi bi a na nkrofo bi pe ne ho ana na ye nkrofo ahi keke enti na no mo yesa nu enti na ma ono nso eteki sa decisions no eti there are some radical decisions bi a Kwame Nkrumah take ya na e wose sabre no o take for a purpose, for a good purpose, but yampne eti mukoton man ma CIA for ombaji oman enne yen ne ebreu sabre no womo no they were only looking for their comfort. See ebeko ni abobo tie ni ese meeting akoye meeting na nipa kakra bi ene womo ho to womo no sa na no womo pe adenti na we say standing we ko ha o kan African Union asema na wo kan hwe asante sini amamma onfato ho asante ye strong asante jina brane asante wotumi asante kasa edimu unma de krontia ni nyina jina opum so se tutu odi kan kabomu a wode ba asante se Ghana other regions and as other tribes, you know. So woman, you know, to me, come who bomb to say the Asante, I can't want boom ya. And Cassan to quiet is your baby, no. And Kayan won't be your Ghana ho. And Kayan won't be your Ghana. It is a Kwame Nkrumah. Et to me, a bomb, and no muja no what can be mine boom. And the European Union, woman come home. US America kakrakai, your mind back home. Your mind back home. I don't know the woman contokwa. Share China kakrakai in ano.
Kessben.
A mind back home. Share woman him kwa omoko. I don't know European Union omoko monim.
But Chera senior, na wadawma ye be before adwene de. Ye hwa man na omo to Kwame Nkrumah lie, omo fa lands bi. Robert Mugabe, who you know anya say 92 years or so. Zimbabwe, he was obi wu no. No omo sika no. Na no obi de omo currency no. Say $500 million eto social media so. Now convert it to $500 million never Ghana ha. Say it's about 1,600 or so. So your maybe to say Uganda. Museveni di ade from 1980. And I be money. We di ade sorry from 86 up to now. We got 39 years. We declare one party state. Say the Kwame Nkrumah declare one party state TB. Aka 36 years senior. Bibi apeso ye bia. We have Malaysia and Singapore now. They needed just about 20 years for a leader to lay the foundation. By African leaders, woman is a tintina pobia. So, never do your more that transwatch on your moye. Again, Yadin said, may ye will be a D.
Senior.
So, they're coming quite the okay. You allow that long period now. Can you say, can there be a why in
a catcher will say, now Kwame Nkrumah say, obey the life president.
Now, so be life president, so declare one party state.
Well, declare one party state. Fine, that doesn't mean say in Tuaba.
Now, say one party state, they won't need CPP more. Or better than what challenging.
And that's also you're gonna need. And two CPP now challenging us here Tuaba near you.
Do you only CPP be on Caho?
Oh, Tio, Sine. Men can say Kwame Nkrumah. One party state you declare, you know. Yes, say, so person to a bar. Drew one castle person, your life president. Or declare one party state doesn't mean you want to be a life president. You better to a bar, brave you to a bar. Others a China or to a bar. As I one party state. One to a bar. Where development are echo so. Well, it is a near my bill why the young journey. Ena ebu. Kwame Nkrumah can be a so your life president. One can be maintain a baby answer. Now opposition for crime and taste or more can. Your council declare one party thing. Why in him say it be a nay and can you one party state? Nanson Kaya Hotoye. Why in him? It is senior and you may be or why I did be or ya. I was so who to your potholes be. Said the bay able to me and your affirm. Now firm could drew baby up so drew new ya. I feel would be a quan or wounds. It's an engine and say, there will can you nachi. Make cosway Jina baby and me Jina. Say, if it's a Kwame Nkrumah, some years a Kwame Nkrumah catching some my use to see a becanasem. Make cosway can say, one more be to Kwame Nkrumah Guya, Abba Guya, no me a mamma for.
Some me are not, ne papa you ni. It is CPP channels, I could see say. CPP man or dear no, because he say
Siano.
As we speak now, CPP ni parliamentarian background.
Party na Casano. A bra Rollins by you know. Do no could di Rollins echi. A PNDC. CPP members no do no. Any UP for no do no could di Rollins echi. What you say? Eti a brown muko di Rollins echi sano. Na echo bar say. Yes, I go back to a multi-party system, no. Not just a woman saying a ye. And a woman you know by year NDC for. Make me a about 90-80% of them. Every year NDC members. Oh, it's not just a one way or the other, no. CPP party need ye. Womo a ebetu aban no gu no kran sana. Yes aba back nti omba na CPP party nenni ho. Nenni ho. Hwe ebetu Kwame Nkrumah ban egu ye no. Amman se amampani duro se ne bae. Buzi abae ono nso ebetu no efiri ono. Ho abiem. Ebeye military rules Well, kosi sa Rollins bae. It Rollins bae no be supu wo mu nyina together. Ena MPP for there. Wo mu no akire ebiti wo mu chance na wo mu nso niema bi a wo mu se Rollins ye emfa ha nsi anya se emfa ha na eye ya ne binum sase se wo mu ti wo mu no mu so kofo mu NPP. Na chese sab CPP for ne there. Wo mu anya de wo mu ho akowura PNDC mu awie a wo mu twe wo mu ho ba bia enye yie. Eti sesi a no advice a metumi dia ma wo mo so mo ye CPP for ni say wo say wo mo kodwan ni NDC. Esan say sa ideology no ana wo Kwame Nkrumah tirimu a ye CPP no. Eno a na wo NDC for tirimu. Ni nyina ne say emra ene nsese ye papa ebeba. Enti na me hyase me kan say sesi akwanya President Mahama anya no de. Se wo no so antumi ansesa Ghana de a ene senior Yenchiriman wombebre.
Within 4 years, you meet my son.
Yes, say what? Majority super majority.
Okay.
HBP a open source sunny bia no bet me as a son. Now minim said within 4 years, no. Ebi kura no ahwan nim said the next 4 years, 2028 to aba. Says more 187 meboa. Why nim said the next 4 years to aba ombenya 200 parliamentarians. Yes.
More 185 now.
185. Enka asaka 15 meboa. No more 200.
Oh, the independent from a car home there.
Good.
I'm called 189 or so. I'm saying you only 12 minutes.
So to me to turn near my ye. Emma mamu no kosoma. Eni patu do no apneswa. Why nim? Say eniema betumi asesa. Well, it is say sia no Nyankopon de say to me as President Mahama say there. I was so tenacity. Now go back to Kwame Nkrumah 7-year development plan. Now ohwem e de na womu a yebetumi afa e de abeboa. Se bibi ti say na yi 24-hour economy a wo se wo ye ni sa big push ya wo de abai. Well, say yetumi agiatum na ya wo mu aye ho hye ne aye ni yie di a. Menua adwena e wo ni tirim. Ene niema wo mu de agu nkrata so na sese ye de ye adwuma de a. Bijidi say omani bitumi adiye.
Okay. But I see people me message the kakra bi na afi yemra na wrap up. Okay. Also for what is that man talking about? Who let Ghanaians know about state of emergency? Who said they will use AI to fight galamsey? Is it not true that Ghanaians went to IMF during Kwame Nkrumah's time? Okay. Prince and all the way and so a buyer. Teacher constitution from Yamwase. Also, I told the man in the studio to stop painting the picture as if Dr. Kwame Nkrumah was a thank God. He should tell us the weakness of Dr. Kwame Nkrumah that led to his overthrow. Does he understand the meaning of nationalism? Did the formation of nationalism start with Dr. Kwame Nkrumah? Can he tell us about the debt Kwame Nkrumah left behind? Okay. Opesika Agude. That's a good morning, please. Can you tell us which year Ghana first went to IMF and the president under whose leadership Ghana went to IMF? Kwame Nkrumah. The galamsey that brought the NDC into power will eventually be the same thing that will send them back to opposition in 2028. Greetings to Dr. Wofa Kofi Appiah and lawyer Chiche. Good morning, Wofa. Oh, please, those who are calling, me phone lines. Why? The course no de monfa ento mano. We all heard him talk about insulting Nanado about galamsey. What does he say now? Neutrals indeed. This one is from Clement in Jabin. Okay. Right. Na me can we ya we see say. And galamsey cry to me.
Good.
Within 3 months. He said dear pa ni enye because ensure there say more. And I report about say you couldn't tumbre ye banche inya adoa need the keke kan wa inyan wo mining areas like galamsey koso no they have all been contaminated. I just say mercury ni ade ewura mo no ɛde adeɛ ɛbrɛ ni papa ɛsɛ deɛ paa de ɛsɛ nye bio
menua say the obiara can say President Mahama also declare state of emergency and I can say so we declare state of emergency a kyerɛ sɛ enipa fa ahodie biara wo anaasɛ bibia obi pɛ sɛ wɔyɛ no ontimi nyɛ deɛ ɔkɔ fom koraa no yɛmma no kwan ma no nkɔ na fom saa brɛ no military no a take over the whole enclave sɛ yɛ mikromu dwaben anaasɛ yɛmfa nsɛ manso ɛne yɛ declare state of emergency a ɛkyerɛ sɛ obia wo manso ho bia no wo ne wo ho sɛ wobɛtumi ayɛ deɛ wopɛ so ɛno nti no ɛyɛ nneɛma bi a aban no bɛtumi de atoto na kwan mu sɛ deɛ medi kan sɛ President Mahama waka wɔ say state of emergency is still on the table but what the nneɛma baako mmienu bi to na kwan mu sɛ no anyɛ yi a ɛne kwan biara so deɛ ɔmanfoɔ ɛpɛ no yɛbɛkɛ de ama wɔ mu na wo tenkran yi o wahu wo si yɛnkɔ declare state of emergency ɛwɔ manso sɛ yɛkɔ declare state of emergency no wɔ manso a onim the implications are a womb for that state of emergency na yɛ declare no wɔ manso no ɛna ɛnkɔba sɛ ontumi nka sɛ ɛyɛ nipa ɛte manso no wɔn mo ana ɛyɛ adwuma no wahu nanso no ɛho ntansa bi kɛseɛ no a wɔn na ɛbɛbɔ wɔn mu ɛno nti na aban biara ba ɔpɛ sɛ wɔde nhyehyɛeɛ ebi gu hɔ ɛhwɛ sɛ yɛbɛtumi astɔpo no anaa yɛntumi nstɔpo no ɛba dendenden sɛ yɛka na afei wɔn ntumi nyɛ deɛ me deɛ na kyɛ sɛ there's no going to be any other option than to declare a state of emergency na yɛhwɛ sɛ ɛbɛgyae anaasɛ ɛnyae na ɛho nsunsuansoɔ ɛna meka no ɛti sɛ mansofoɔ anaasɛ baabi a tontokrom anaasɛ western region hɔ baabi a ɛyɛ galamsey paa no yɛ amoa so kuroma no matena hɔ ama yɛ galamsey abɛsɛ nneɛma nyinaa no sɛ ɛkɔ declare state of emergency no a ɛnsɛ sɛ obiara ebie n'ano ɛsiane sɛ wosɔre koraa sɛ wokɔ afom ne ɛkyew a asogyafoɔ no anaasɛ military men no deɛ ɔmo pɛ biara ɔmbɛtumi de ayɛ wo ɛdeɛ no implications ne yɛ bebree ɛti no ɛnhyehyɛeɛ a ɔmampani ɛde agu akwan mu no sɛ ɔmo hwɛ no ɔmo de ayɛ adwuma na asraafoɔ no ɛbɛkɔ no wɔn tumi adi nokorɛ ama ɔmampani apolisifoɔ ɛbɛkɔ wɔn di nokorɛ ama ɔmampani enipa a yɛyi wɔn so ɔmo nkɔhwɛ ɛnstɔpo adwuma no ɔmo tumi adi nokorɛ no di a sini ankasa benka kon no nka yakon awie na yɛma no ayɛ mu no sɛbe nipa nka nokorɛ efisɛ wo bie gate to ha na de obi tena no sɛ menua saa gate yi sɛ sɛ obi afa mu a de opɛ sɛ ɔka kyerɛ nipa korɔ no sɛ ɔmfiri hɔ nkɔ no na wasi ni dan awie de opɛ sɛ ɔka kyerɛ no ano no esan sɛ gate no ayɛ sɛ yɛma obi amfa mu no obɛyi nani agye obi sika korɔ amena fam eti adenti ne yakokon no ayɛ ntumi nko hwan nim sɛ bia wɔn mu ɛkɔkokon no koraa no wɔn mu so kɔ no wɔn kɔto ade no so a na wɔn so akotom bi ɛno nti wokɔ anya yie hwan nim obi anim saa wote ase eti menua ɛyɛ very critical issue bi a wɔsɛ yɛhwɛ ne yɛ ne yie anya bia we are going to deal with Ghanaians and foreigners aban ba ye wo bomodian se foreigners be wo mu a wo mu a ye Chinese fo no ye pam wo mu nyina mo kɔ enti aden na still ade no eda so wo hobiem it's a very critical issue wo say Ghana fo nyina ye tie abanachi obia betu ne bafo anya bia wo Ghana fo wo mu no so mo so wabusuafo omo wo maame no omo wo papa no sɛ ankoya manyosem ɛna obi efrɛ ne ba a wo galam sɛ ase atu ne fo a hwɛsini a wonim sɛ na adwuma koraa no nipa mpa adwuma yɛ o
saa
emrante ne baba wa
ɔmo mpa adwuma
sɛ wo ba yɛ adwuma sɛ o yɛ adwuma me etua ne ka bosom ne koraa no ɔmo mpa go and ask private employers You can't get a job seekers because a numa miensa na say aba. Wa anko galamsey ase a. Obekwa akotwa bet. Wa ankotwa bet ya. Obetwi pragea. Eti ne artisanal masters kra no. Omu nyankwala o mbesua adwuma obekere mo adwuma.
Okay.
Wahu. Eti nka obi antu ne bafo. Ye nyaade no nko ansha aban se o. Ebi kra no asini a wote a wo kan meti a mekan. Ebi ana me wo fa ase bi wo mu. Ma frɛ na tu no fo. Sekwasi adwuma a wo ye ne jai free mu free. Na meka no wa anyai na so okotena ma soja fo okɔkye de a ene wo frɛ me a memma. Maka bibi sa kyerɛ no. Wa nya ne yakobɔ no tuo wo wura mu hɔ a ne funu no bɛka wura mu hɔ. Obian frɛ ne ba no tu no fo. Na ye nyai sa de no. Ye firi hɔ a politicians a wo mu de wo mu wura mu a wo mu anso ye adwuma ne bi no. Well, said the yan yana eya.
Okay.
So we back on excavator and excavator no isi wono. Well, about 15 billion. A year 1.5 million.
Ghana cedis.
Won't to mean to excavator.
And a month for the 200 but the beer.
Oh, and the one nominate the bar.
Okay.
One nominate the bar. One more the bar. I am in me. I get
mean to me. Any of the obit me at all. I mean to me.
Eti senior. Yes, re. Amanfo. Aban na ye ne de. Obi antu ne bafo. Wa wonim so wonnua bi wo faase bi wo ba bi wo galamsey ase no. Yen kan kire no because aban be declare state of emergency a. Enye so osore anopa na declare wo. Wo be bo ho dawuro. Wo be yen hyehyɛ wo de hyehyɛ be gu na kwam. Ye be ka kire wo mo. Say free that say airco. Sabro no we. Ya declare state of emergency nti obi owo ho bia no on free ho senior obi owo sa kura na se bia na wo se o free ho esense one free ho a efuo mu ntumi nkwafuo mu
efuo de so obekọ
share
ya kwache wo site baby a na
ye can state of emergency no a senior enya grodi o emra anya dwuma o sabre no emra esesa ban ede ye dwuma no ye jai ye mfa samra ne nya dwuma biem. Etina make us a state of emergency in a brofo back on your dictatorship. And now military rule.
This is not a baby.
Yeah. And now military rule.
Okay.
What you say?
That's it.
Because a state of emergency against something which is going on. Against environment. Etino, want to mean ya bet what the Rakacha on some one who work Rana Sinina will be in free or who will crow for 2 cottonasso.
Okay.
Eto omu nyina betu abakumase ha ansa na ban tumi declare state of emergency ete free ho no se ebeto de a
and there your definition
enya me definition opa go
go at se betu free ho
the me try say the mpesa me kan say ansa na aban be declare state of emergency se bia manso ne ye mining no galamsey no koso e na ban se manso enclave ho nko an o declare state of emergency a aban be bo ho dawru aka kire o manfo ye declare state of emergency no a na se dia soja fo ko gura mu ho a senior mo nya wura mu ho na mo be kwafom ye ma wo kwan ma wo nkwafom homre no obi a ye betu no ho bia soja fo no wo ho kwan se de ye obi a betumi de ayew eti enye ize sa enu nti na ban ne se wo de nhyehyɛ egu na kwan so na wa hwɛ se anya dwuma de a ene wo declare state of emergency no a wo se obi a wo kura na se ho bia wo tu free ho
okay
na okonu ko esanse e ba ne beto ho a wo benya sem
that's it nana bibi babo aten na wate den ka no okay
over I like the next definition of state of emergency. And I can have any akabipa, but state of emergency, no. And yes, you be who na manfo. But I be galamsey site, no. And I am mobia, baby, just a good, be a for good, na yenye. That is it. Indeed, that is it. All right. Over time, that's wrong. Na come on, somebody. Nana buy inti. Ono basa de osi German on na kasa. Ma yen twaso en wish happy birthday kakana for yen sorry. The other kind or say I thank God for subtracting a year from my remaining years.
That's another way of saying it.
And I'm grateful to him, and it's my prayer that he keeps me heavenly minded and earthly
subtracting
sensitive.
a year from my years. Then I'm quite not because the one amount. That's also wonderful.
Your friend Michael Amponsa, our Pennsgate School, Medima, Alaji Koko, Hono Chadie, into honor that's one, into Michael, and they were old and young Punsha, no more wati. Na yakwalapa. Happy birthday, Nkrumah, my son Gabriel Opoku Ajima of Royal School Complex, Ebuakwa Koforidua, Wayfree, Nanaba Boache and Sam. Enti Gabriel, Nyankopon Shao, na Obofo Gabriel Shao, the man who did Monfabi and more. Happy birthday, glorious birthday to Jones Atamensa, Eric Atamensa, Mobi Bieni, Wayfree Brad Joe, no see and wish it, Sir and Tafui. And so happy birthday. Na dear Ewohona Fei. My info win twice. Happy birthday to my beautiful daughter Emanuela Owusu from Poma Yas Antoa SHS. Yes. May heaven smile on your new age and grant you endless blessings with more money, more favor, more success and good health from your dad, Akwasi Matthew. Akwasi Matthew say Yankancho say happy birthday. Na the ewoho enso eno.
Right. Mama so na we said already can belated one. Any de ma dasibre uto srebo ya otos mienu. Aha nana dwabe man hene ena o hwe no enra ena onye mfie eduotwe. Sede nana bibi ba kan no ne Kwame Nkrumah ena kabo mu dia wodai. Na dwuma pa wa ye wasanti dwabe die edutwam usikro no mu a unu ne nsa no adwuma wo ho. Bia asphalt kanea de chese kra de yenka niema waye odwaben enra wonya mfie du watra kunya no so mfie aduonum ennan chese nyame ehira no party that's road to be na belated birthday sonko ene de ma oso yakopon to asora na onye okese pa happy birthday sonko ne de ma na echa wo Appiah we free Nana K and Chain or Angel FM was seen Nana Echa Appiah Yakopon de Afia Kankwana Yama ye ni adoye anyway cheap. Happy birthday song Kony de Lillian Fusua Boahin. Lillian Fusua Boahin student ewo Amstead also ene eye wawoda enunti Yamenko Swan Trosi we free sports suja eho and ebaye. Happy birthday song Kony de Nelson Ofori Asmani we so free JK Oforinche or Tel Aviv, Israel. And waton Grace Nelson also enewa oda Yakopon entrewashim no more ho by pa mausu yini na beye penim pa. Happy birthday sonko ena ede ema Mr. White. Mr. White o ye police officer ewo dunkwa onofin ho eda also ye Mr. White also ne Yakopon de afia kankwa na ho a ebusua so omo ema awoda pa enya agrokra. Happy birthday to Nadia Amewuga. Also a Joso MA Model School Class 6. Also a ne Yakopon de Afia Kankwana on this special day of your birthday. We Ifri Weja Sadat Amewuga and Malam Yaya of Kessben Media. Almost say Nadia Yamenko Sora na Onyokase. Okay? So, so on behalf of the morning crew, Kwabra Sudan Quantin, Kamala Mia, and our face, Stefan Kwachini, our pages, and Busafua Kenya from the MCR, the technical department, so a happy holiday. Mammy Chia Miniaba, Obapa Efiasewa, the first lady of Jabin. Obapa Efiasewa, Honorable Francis Uswe MP for Jabe Hoka for Obapa. Good morning. When you Safugina, Mimsaro pay, enjoy the holiday. Yeah, call Kofi Appiah. Sergio Lakai Betras on the holiday edition of Medford National Abba. I will to Yamia Nochra, Evesabe Bio, Yamatua Suya Kremuna. Bye bye.
We'll be right back. Gotta pay some bills.
Luckiest everywhere, for everyone, yeah. Afi beye de, mintin kakekyo, minni mankasa. If you say the luckiest season 3, asayaba.
Afi mami chewe kwanya